You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, on Alternative Talk 1150 AM. Now, back to the show with local mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell.
You are listening to the Money Hour at 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, June 4th show. You can also listen to my podcast, Facebook Premiere, or you can catch my show on my YouTube YouTube channel. In addition, for more information on upcoming events, you can go to tinamitchellevents.com. I am your host and local mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell. I bring into studio each week the best of the best experts in our local market on everything regarding your money. And now in studio, Lynn Herkes of WOWSuccessTeam Business Engineering, right here on 1150 AM KKNW. Lynn, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, really excited. First time that I've had you on my show. So excited that you're here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited too.
Absolutely. A little bit about Lynn. Lynn of WOWSuccessTeam is a business engineer, website developer, and marketing strategist who works with solopreneurs and small business owners to develop holistic engineered solutions to alleviate their problems and challenges with their business performance and growth. Within BSME, MSBM, and MSBM, 34 years experience and 4 self-created bootstrapped businesses of her own, Lynn loves putting the pieces of all your small businesses together so that they fit perfectly. Whether you are just in need of a little help prioritizing or you need an entire business strategy and implementation, Lynn has intuitive, easy to understand, and enlightening methods and skills to get your business back on path to success. So, Lynn, what is a business engineer?
Well, in my terminology, a business engineer is one who has the knowledge, expertise, and experience to take your challenges and pain points and put them together so they become finely tuned, exceptionally functional, and a high-performance business machine.
Perfect. And we were talking earlier in our panel conversation about not your target market, but your perfect market and your ideal client. Who is your ideal client, Lynn?
My ideal client is someone who is a solopreneur who's grown, but is having challenges and frustrations running the business because they're so overwhelmed with all the business pieces, software and the marketing and the digital parts. So they need help organizing those and getting those to work better for them.
Yeah. And one of my philosophies is embracing your strengths and hiring out your weakness. And whenever you start to feel some pain in an activity that you have to do, it's time to hire it out. And a lot of that is not with your internal team, but you're hiring out experts. That's their expertise, because as a business owner, there are a lot of things that you have to do or you have to bring into your business, but that's not your expertise. And that's when hiring in people to be a part of your team to take that over for you is how you level up your business and how you get better conversions and ultimately have a more successful business, and ultimately how you really serve your community, because we're all in business to help people, but it's how well that you get your information and content out on the product and or service that you have to offer. So Lynn, how are you helping your clients right now today?
So what I do is I work with their pain points having to do with mostly the technical side, either helping them figure out how to get their software to work together to play nice so that they're not trying to use 12 different pieces, or figuring out the pieces of their marketing that don't click and work together for them. So why their website or their paid for a Google campaign didn't do anything. So I can put those pieces together so that they make sense and explain them, and then show them how they work and train them how to use it so that they can hire the right people or do it themselves.
Yeah. So take the shortcut and work with an expert that can actually help navigate you through that process, because that can be years to figure out that you've got a glitch in your system that's not running efficiently. And it's hundreds of thousands of dollars where you could have actually been able to make that difference. Again, all about bringing in that expertise to your business. So you've been in business for how long, Lynn?
for over 8 years.
Okay. And so how did you get into business engineering?
Well, this is a long story, but I'll try to make it short. I was an aerospace engineer and a dressage trainer
That's
at the
impressive.
same time. And then I didn't want to continue with the aerospace. It was great, but I didn't want to continue. So I got into scuba instruction. And long story short, I tore both my rotator cuffs doing something, and ended up having to find a job at another company, which was luxury property management, because we were living in Hawaii. And in Hawaii, if you're an engineer and you have master's degrees, you're pretty much unhireable. So at the property management company, I was working as an admin, but I got to know the vendors that worked at the property, housekeepers and landscapers, and they all started to know me, and they wanted to know if I could help them with all the stuff that I knew how to do. So I did, and I loved it, and I turned it into a business. Now, just recently, I've rebranded as an engineer, a business engineer, because I don't really do coaching or consulting, but what I do is engineering. I problem solve their pain points with the technical stuff that they don't know how to do.
Yeah. So two key things that I hope you took away in Lynn's answer. And if not, I'm going to repeat it here. But isn't it great when you've had multiple different careers and you pull pieces out and bring those pieces that you're great at, that you love doing, and combine them into new venture, takeaway number one. And then the ability to really bring in what you're loving to do into that business. And there was another takeaway, and I just forgot what my takeaway is. This is all just spontaneous if I'm asking my guest question, but there was another one. But anyways, that's great, Lynn. So you are an actual engineer.
Yes, agreed, and 16 years experience.
Yes. Okay. So what differentiates you from other business consultants and or coaches?
So I focus on the technical side. I don't focus on getting you your ideal mindset as much as getting you I teach you how to use the tools. I focus on the tools, all the tools, whether that is coming up with a plan, coming up with a process, or putting your tools together so they're automated, and then train you how to use them so you're not wasting your time and your effort. I also can do the same with your employees. If you want to bring on employees, we'll find the right employees and we'll train them and you how to work together.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest mistakes, or that bring people down in their business, is they don't have the system and the process and the efficiency, that then that negative mindset comes in and they start questioning everything that they do. So you're not working with their mindset, but you're creating that space for their mindset to excel and to really be able to bring those opportunities in and to focus on what you should be good at. If you're a business owner, as Dan or my previous guest, and we talked about in our panel conversation as well, it's all about connections. If you're not a connector, then you need to be doing something else than being the leader and the connector of the business and the team. But all of it's in the mindset. And if you have the tools and the efficient way to run those tools, then it allows you to be able to get to business and to build the business. Correct, Lynn?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what is your favorite part of what you do?
Well, my absolute favorite part is when people tell me all the challenges they're having, because that's what starts my wheels turning and gets me excited about coming up with solutions. So I actually love listening to people tell me that their CRM doesn't work, or it doesn't mesh with their website, or their marketing is broken, or they spent $5,000 and it didn't bring them any money. And then I can start asking them questions and my wheels get turning and then solutions just start happening. And then I look forward to fixing them. That's the best part for me.
And that's definitely an engineer brain, so exciting for people that listen to the show, because a lot of people don't have that natural ability or the passion behind that. And it's the overwhelming process. So that's really exciting. So what are you doing right now, Lynn, in your own personal business in building your business connections?
Well, I do a lot of networking, and I've just been focusing a little bit more on networking to help other people, not necessarily to bring business towards me. So I'm listening to people's pain points when they say, oh, I need help with whatever. And then I go connect them with someone I've met who can do that for them. And then it just happens in return. Then people think of me when they need to connect someone. So it works really, really good. I really like the networking and focusing on that kind of, I guess, giving more than you're getting.
Yeah, and that was my second takeaway. So thank you for bringing that back in, is when you're asking questions and finding out what people's problems are, and then from problems, you're actually creating something around that to solve it. And that's exactly what you said in your business, is you were just helping people and you realized that there was a need and an issue here. You knew you had the passion behind it. And then here we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what is changing in your business right now, Lynn?
Well, it's a little negative, actually, what I think is happening. And I don't want to put a negative spin on it, but I think there's a lot of people out there who are becoming coaches, becoming consultants, and becoming digital marketers, website designers. And it's all fast and furious. And they're not looking at a holistic approach to servicing the client. And I think it's really important these are people, and they're struggling, and they're wanting their business to succeed, and they really need someone who cares if they succeed or not, enough to explain all the pieces and how they fit together and help them do the right thing. Because just going and getting someone who wants to be a digital marketer or wants to be a consultant, but like what Dan said earlier, the do me approach, do it like me and you'll succeed, that doesn't work. They have to have their own special, exact, customized plan that works for them. And I really feel passionate about bringing that message to people.
Well, we didn't have a theme for the show today. It's just organically, we've created a theme, and it's connection. So how do you navigate in your own business, you as a unique person, in that connection and being able to make that best connection, and then having a plan, a process, a system, and the tools needed to efficiently do that, correct?
Correct.
So
Correct.
if you were to say the biggest mistake that business owners make that you're able to solve, what would that be?
I think the biggest mistake is that when you're a business owner and you're struggling, you grab for the first thing that sounds like a solution, and without really having the right guidance to know if that's the right solution or even solving the problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
You're looking for that
I've done
shiny
it.
penny. Yeah. Well, and it's doing it and then realizing, okay, that wasn't the best way to do it, and learning from why did that fail. So, not looking for the shiny penny. The grass is not greener on the other side. You're doing what you're doing for a reason. Be your own unique self and bring in experts that can help navigate through that process. And really, again, that's what Lynn does in engineering your business and helping there. So you do initial consultations, Lynn, with business owners?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Well, a shout out to anybody who is listening to the show. If you're having struggles in your business right now, reach out to the show. I can get you connected with Lynn. If you're looking at getting into the real estate business or understanding what's in the real estate market, that's why I brought Dan in, an expert in that space. And so, Lynn, thank you for coming in and joining me in studio.
Thank you for having me.